iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Throw right side, complete to Williams. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A well-executed 22-yard gain. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his second touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Dalvin Cook, third year back from Florida State. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
I remember the first time I saw Dalvin Cook play in college. I was watching him on TV, called a scouting friend of mine and said, "Who is this guy? He's special." And he said, "Dude, you're watching a home run hitter on the field."
Yeah, he was special in Tallahassee. Left Florida State their all-time leader in rushing yards and touchdowns. On the carry, it's Cook. That one good for 33 and a first.
I can say this from experience, especially from a defensive back's perspective. There's not many things more terrifying than a toss sweep or a pitch play and all that beef out in front of the runner.
Yeah, I had an old coach say 3 words on those plays, toss or pitch. Set the edge. Heard him over and over.
A lot of times they roll the edge, and when they do that, that's why you can go for a long way.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Mike's 42, Mike's 42. Hey, Wood. Show it up first. Watch the edge. Shift. Hey, yo. Check. Fresno. Slam.
They'll try to throw now. Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Give them 19 there as the drive marches forward.
Watch the pass. Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
From the red zone now, Cousins.
SOS.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick, and he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Dan Bailey now for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now Rodgers to try again after the pick six. Going for the deep ball. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Packers. 2 touchdown passes now here in this first quarter for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers have taken the lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Cameron Meredith, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete.
High 7. Mike 42, Mike 42. Stay with it.
On second down, Cousins again. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Check three. Watch out.
On third down, Cousins. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was really easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. To throw again on second down. Rodgers, and an alley to run. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down. And Charles, a couple extra defensive backs in here on 3rd and 1.
Not expecting them to run it at all.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Inside.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10. To throw is Cousins. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. First down, here's the run with Cook. And down inside the 15 he goes. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
The tackle made by Blake Martinez. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter. They're on the march, but facing a 3rd down here.
Mike 42. Mike's 4-2. Here I come.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. That's complete to Meredith. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Cameron Meredith, his first touchdown of the new season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Bailey got the extra point. And from down in Miami, an update. It's the Dolphins that have jumped out to the early lead against the Patriots. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. He's going to sling. It got his man complete. That one good for 37 yards.
Here we go.
Well, one thing's for sure. They're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do to put him...
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. To throw, it's Rodgers. Open on the left side, this is Valdez-Scantling. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes as his guys are able to regain the lead. Bryant's extra point up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. Brashad Perriman off to the races. 30, 10, 5, touchdown, Vikings. The kick return touchdown goes for 97 yards. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Well, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Don't get nervous. Hey, exit 2, Mike 42.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Dean Lowry. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long.
Right here, guys. Mike 51. Mike 51. Here we go. Two. Mike 51. Mike. Done.
Cousins now from the 50. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Well, he bounced up after taking a sack and took a shot downfield. I think a lot of us thought maybe he'd run draw in that situation. Instead, tried to get all back in one play.
Yeah, 3rd and long. Thought he needed the deep pass. Couldn't connect it.
Maybe he was hoping for a penalty downfield to give him the yardage they needed.
And now it's the punter Weil on as he sends this one away.
Come on now, let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. Throwing is Rodgers. Open man is Allison, complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And that's incomplete.
Rodgers' pass. Thrown away and incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Let's go, D, let's go.
To throw is Rodgers. Going to throw again. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 32.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Stop your whining.
Following the interception, Cousins. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season.
Check 3. Kill, kill, kill. Watch safety screen. Safety screen.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Obi Melifonwu with the tackle. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rodgers, the left side throw complete to Adams. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Oh, he sheds himself free. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss, but with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Jones. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones, his first touchdown here of the new campaign as they have taken the lead. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up. Jack! Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. Quick the edge, quick the edge. Come, come. Bang, flipper, flipper. Bang, bang. Back to hard, hard.
On the ground, it's Cook.
Watch quick.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10 at their 49-yard line.
Throwing on second down. Cousins, incomplete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
51 the mic, boy. 51.
From the gun, here's Cousins. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
Go. Go. Go, Mike. Mike 51.
Throwing is Cousins. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Let's bring it.
Picked up by Josh Jackson. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
All day. All day.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Time remaining for likely one final play. You're on your side of the field, but, heck, maybe you throw one up 50-plus yards, see what happens.
Don't forget that taking the knee is the right play to make because you just get out of there, you regroup, you start over. But if you're going to take the shot, you do have a chance of either making the play happen or picking up a deep pass interference call. And remember, it's the NFL. You get yardage. It's not just a 15-yard play. You could have something big here. Let's see if they take the shot.
Caught on the right side by Adams. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, it's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on second and 14.
Let's go, D. Mike 42, Mike 42. Coming to you, coming to you. Check. 42's the... Hey, we're good, we're good. 42's the... Hey, let's get that
Cousins.
ball. Let's get that ball right here.
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Kenny Clark able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here third and long.
Strong right. Strong right. Hey, hey, hey. You got three. One. Three down. Three down.
Third and long for Cousins. And the pressure gets to him again. Kenny Clark able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10.
Blue 58. Here we go, here we go.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And his throw here's incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers throwing again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jalen Mills.
Brandon, these cornerbacks had their hands full all afternoon long, but they finally get a measure of revenge as he gets himself in a nice spot. He's able to get 2 hands on the football and pick it off.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. And pretty nice work defensively there on the 1st down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Mike 42. Mike 42. Check. Check. Mike 42. Here we go. All day. Defense. All day. All day. Hey, Mike's 42. Mike's 42. Drop deep. Drop deep. Hey, Delta. 42. Mike 42.
Cousins to throw it. And he's able to find Diggs. The Vikings 1st down. Diggs able to find his way free and get the catch from Cousins. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing, Cousins. He's going to loft one, deep left side here. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
I'm here all day.
A 2nd down throw for Cousins. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Vikings. Dallas Goedert, his first touchdown of the new season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And that was just a fly route. There was no stop. He just went.
Yeah, and it was beautiful to watch because you have to set it up as you go along. Everyone knows he's fast, so you play him for that. That's the number one thing you want to take away. But as you go through a game, sometimes you vary the speed in which you come off the line of scrimmage and maybe start a little bit slower, get him to stop his feet a little bit as a defensive back, and then explode and go, as we saw there.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. Stays on his feet. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Escaping the and he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. First. 36.
On first down, it's Cook. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. On 2nd and 9, Cousins. And this is taking him one-handed. What a catch. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
What a catch and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get that
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, and it's 3rd and short.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys have now moved out in front. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You'd better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. And now here is another interception. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. Jair Alexander up to make the tackle. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you stop the clock, and you've helped out the guys on the other side.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Bailey now for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14.
Is good. Makes the score Vikings 42. Packers 28. Dan Bailey set to kick off.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handle?
And that's caught inside the 30. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams, 78 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. Bryant Saxter point up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Tackle made by Montravius Adams.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Here I come. Here I come. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Under 10.
Now Cousins. He'll find Thielen work in the middle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
A first down throw for Cousins. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Mike 42, Mike 42. Oh, you got deep? 42's the Mike, 42's the Mike. Lucky 48. Shift, watch the shift.
Here's Cousins. Going deep for Diggs. It's caught inside the 25. That one good for 37 yards. The offense just continues to reign supreme. Big plays, both sides, back and forth. Tough to keep track of.
It certainly is, and I'm over here just marveling at what I'm seeing. It's tough for you, though. You've got to call all these big plays and have all this emotion each time they go.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Montravius Adams in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook, and he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Mike 42. Mike 42.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker.
I got you, boy.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Right there.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
You want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
They come out here in the eye. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Switch.
They'll run for it with Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Now Bailey to tack on the extra point. And the lead is up to 14.
Makes the score Vikings 49, Packers 35.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. A gain there of 21 yards. Aaron Rodgers, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks last year. That's the most he's had in one season in his entire career, and he's going to need another one right now. Rodgers on target to Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 54 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. So that's a really big play here in the 4th quarter. And don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play?
And now that lead is down to just 1 score. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This fielded at the 2. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
At their own 36-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 43.
It's going to be a long.
They'll run on first down. Cook. The first-round pick, Jair Alexander, making the tackle. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
4-2, Mike's 4-2. Come on. You better bring it.
From the 41, Cousins. Buying time to his left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Call it a gain of 5 as they move the sticks. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Mike 42, Mike 42. Hey, get in the weight room. Check, 42's the mic. Check.
Throwing here, Cousins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
That's what I'm talking
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Hey, switch gears. Mike 42, Mike 42. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. Hey, Ken. What's that? Mike 42.
Cousins.
Check.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it online, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And this score will stay right where it is. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him. Back to throw. It's caught here by Adams. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The Packers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Like 22, he's coming. 22's coming. We are going. Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got go. Rush in.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. It's in the 4th quarter down in Miami. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A win would be their first of the young season. On 1st down, it's Cook. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 13, and with that 13 yards, this ball game just about over.
What we got?
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Vikings, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.